Hey everyone, so I've had a couple of messages asking for an update on this. I've had them just over 7 months now. I meant to do an update last month, but stuff just kept getting in the way. I didn't have time to do anything. But I've had them now for just over 7 months, I think it is, and they're still going just as great as day one. I've had no issues at all, but I have found out some interesting things that might be interesting to other people who are into washing machines and dryers and things. What I have found out is that when you choose a cycle on the washer, and like say you go to cotton for example, it sets it to 3 rinses. But if you have a small load or anything like that, it'll reduce the number of rinses, so it doesn't stay on as long or get the soap out of the clothes that you do have. Now I do separate by what I'm washing, so like hoodies, joggers, thick jumper things, they're all in the wash now. I wouldn't wash t-shirts with them, they get bobbles and things. I've always done that. But I have found out somehow that even with the capacity of these machines, I'm doing at least 2 loads a day. I'm not quite sure how many I did before. Maybe I just didn't pay enough attention. I just turned it on and off I went. But with energy prices so high the way they are, I thought I'd be very interested to monitor how much I do. But what is also interesting is in the SmartThings app, you can set it up so that if you put in the amount that you're paying, which I got from my gas bill, I think it's 34.2p a kilowatt hour. You can put that into the app, and at 8 o'clock, I think it is every night, it sends me a push notification, which I'll insert, showing you how much you spent for the day. So on days I do 2 or 3 loads, like there'll be bedding, duvet, like clothes, things like that. It's about 40p for 3 loads, which I thought wasn't bad, considering, the amount of stuff I'm washing. Like sometimes it's much fuller than that. Like yesterday was towels for like the last week. There was bath sheets, bath towels, hand towels, bath mats, dogs towels, mats, when the rain and doormats, things like that, all went in together. And it had no problem spinning, never had a problem with it spinning. Same with the dryer. The thing I have found with the dryer though, there's only one thing that annoys me, is the towel option I think takes way too long. Like you can stop it and the towels are dry. I think what it's trying to do is get the seams of the towels, because the sensor in the dryer is extremely precise. Like you can put it on 2 and it says slightly damp, it comes out slightly damp. 3 is normal dry, it is normal dry. But I just dry the towels in cotton. It comes out in about an hour and 15 tops for, I'd say, God, how many? 4 bath sheets, 2 bath mats, 4 hand towels, 2 face cloths. So not a problem at all. And the quick dry option is up to 9 kilograms. So if you want to dry something quickly, 9 kilograms or less, that's your way to go. I've used every cycle on every machine except for the time dry on the dryer. I've used everything else: shirts, synthetics, hygiene, wool, delicates, you name it, I've used it. The other thing I've noticed too is the time of the washing machine now says 1:58, but like maybe 10 minutes it'll reduce it down again to like 1:30, something like that. So I find that very good. I also find that liquid detergent works better with the Eco Bubble, but I vary whatever I'm using, because I got sensitive skin, so I vary what it does to suit myself. But apart from that, there's been nothing. No rattles, no imbalances, nothing. There's like nothing to report really. They're just working fantastically, and I hope it keeps working like that for a long time. The condenser in the dryer is not removable, which was a bit sort of terrifying at first, because I, in days of old, would wash it under the tap with everything else, but it's not removable. But there is a little screen that goes in front of the condenser, which is an optional, it says it's an optional to fit it, but I fitted it, and it works extremely well actually. It does catch a lot of things. I do brush out the condenser like every Sunday, sort of just in my phone to remind me to do it every Sunday, because I don't want anything to get to the back of the condenser, and over time, over years, hopefully it'll like build up and affect the quality, but nothing so far. The only thing I found that gets past that little filter thing is like some hair, like my dog's hair, anything like that gets past it, but it's very small. Like you could probably go 2 or 3 weeks. And the self tub dry is basically for, I mentioned that in my first video, I couldn't find out what this was, the self tub dry, but it is for just keeping it all fresh and things like that. The app will remind you to do it. The app is really good. I thought it was a bit pointless at first, but it does show you a lot of things that happen with this. But apart from that, like they've been great. I couldn't recommend them enough. They're still the same. They've gone up as I said in my first video, they've gone up, but they're still at that same price from the video 7 months ago. They're 1,500, I think, at Costco still. But they're great. Like the spin is great. It's so quiet and everything spins. I've had nothing. I've put duvets and sheets in all together. Same with the dryer. I've dried the duvet and sheets together. No problem. You have to be very specific though, I did find. So like if you dry like on a mix load, say you had like, for me, I thought a mix load would be, you know, fabrics that were like, say, a cotton t-shirt or like workout gear, you know, synthetics and fabric like that. But apparently it's not. It's that one item that has, you know, 50% polyester, 50% cotton or whatever it is. That's what it means, that like the actual clothes have mix of fabric rather than you're drying mixed fabrics together. Which is, I don't know why, but I always found that like it just didn't work right until I just tried that way. So what it says is how to go by, but I would avoid the towels option. It takes too long. Like the seams just need to be, you know, dry-ish. They don't need to be bone dry. But towels, if you're doing hand towels or small towels or kitchen towels or anything like that, definitely use the towel option for that way. But everything apart from that's been great. If you got any questions or anything like that, I'm just trying to think if I got. Oh, the other thing that did happen was the filter cover for that rattled a little bit, but I just stuck a little bit of paper in there to wedge it, but only because I sit out here a lot with my dogs and my desk is over there, you know, working from home and things like that. So desks everywhere at the minute. But yeah, it's been great. I can't recommend it enough, really. It's just been really good. So yeah, any questions or anything like that, just drop them below. But other than that, everyone have a good one.